Hey, what's going on? This is Craig Mabbitt from Escape the Fate, and you're listening to Collision on Voice FM.
Can I ask what you're up to at the moment? Because last time we spoke, you were driving your car around shopping.
Currently, I'm eating a fish taco, or trying to.
All right.
So I'm very happy you asked me what I'm doing. That way you know if you're hearing large chews and loud gulping sounds, it's just me eating, so I hope you don't mind.
No, that's fine.
Awesome.
We spoke in October last year before the album had actually come out, but it is, of course, out now.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and you've been touring it, so what's it like actually getting out there and performing the tracks live?
It's great, and it's actually pretty interesting. Judging just off of this record's touring cycle, it feels like this record is reacting way more outside of our own country. We did a headline tour here, and it felt like, oh man, like people like this new record, you know?
Yep.
The prior records since This War Is Ours felt like the most insanely popular record we've ever done, and I don't think we've actually had the same feeling from that record until this most recent one. And it's not to say that people weren't into it, it just, I don't know, it felt like, you know, when you're really nervous and you're like doing a presentation to like a boss at work or whatever, and you're like, I hope they like this, and it's like people aren't really getting it. That's kind of how it felt with the past few records. It was like we were trying to portray it in a certain way, and some people were reacting, some people weren't. You know, we're judging stuff, and this record we just decided to say we don't care, we're going to do what we like. And then we get out there and play it, and, you know, you say the title of the song. You're like, all right, this next song's a new one, it's called this. And people are just freaking out. You're like, oh, all right, this seems to be reacting pretty damn well. So it's been great.
That's awesome, because I have actually been reading some reviews from your live shows, and I think that might be translating into your live shows because you've been getting amazing reviews.
Yeah, we're definitely a group of people, and it kind of sucks, but it kind of doesn't. We're the type of band that really feeds off of the crowd. Yeah. So if it's a really, really, really horrible crowd, you're about to see an Escape the Fate that just does not give a crap. TJ's probably going to start running around throwing stuff on stage. Like, it's still a fun and good time, but it's definitely a different band. And we feed off the crowd feeds off of us. The more the crowd's interacting, the more we're interacting, and it makes it a better experience for everybody involved. And it's just been great lately. It was definitely the kick that we needed. You know, we were all feeling a little bit down before this record, and it just, you know, the band and everybody in it has gone through so much stuff lately, just in our personal lives and in our career, that we're like, you know what, but our fans are still there, let's make another record. And the fact that everybody's reacting in such a positive way is really humbling and very exciting for us.
Yeah, now that you are performing the tracks, is there a favourite track that you like doing live?
There's two that I love doing. We open up with Just a Memory. So sorry, but everybody that's going to see us in Australia, that is our opening track. I just gave the secret away.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be there early.
I love opening with that song. I love playing that song. You know, I don't know if it's going to change if we change up the set. I love opening with it, though. I think it's a perfect opening track. And then kind of halfway through the set, we do Remember Every Scar, and that's another one of my favorites, especially when we did our headlining shows and it's, you know, inside of a venue and the walls are sweating and everybody's singing really loud. That's one of my favorite tracks to play live.
I was kind of hoping you might say a third one because the two you mentioned are the two singles that have been released, and Remember Every Scar was released back in March, so I'm wondering if there's going to be another single before you hit Australia in October.
I would hope so. That would be great. If there is another one, that's awesome. But, you know, in my 11 years of doing music and being in a band and doing interviews and talking to amazing people like you that want to interview me and all that stuff, the term single is become a term that I hate.
Right.
I don't really understand what a single is anymore at this point, you know?
Well, I
think a single is something that people that work for your band decide, this is the song that we think we can make the most popular. But I think the bands and the artists and the fans can all agree that everybody has their different opinion and everybody has their favorite songs on the record. And, you know, let's say you, for instance, have a song that you like more than those two, then I think that should be your single from the record, you know?
Yeah,
I feel like bands should have music videos for every song, not just the damn singles. Should be a whole video documentary next to the audio, you know?
You did something like that with Gorgeous Nightmare, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Documentary?
Yes, Gorgeous Nightmare was very fun. We did a little bit of something on the This War Is Ours deluxe album, too, that was kind of documentary-ish, I guess you could say.
Right. So do you think you might want
to... That exclusive footage and stuff kind of gets lost with social media and YouTube, and, you know, it's really hard to make a video that somebody hasn't seen before.
Yeah. Well, last time you were in Australia was for Soundwave, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So are you really looking forward to actually coming out and doing a headlining tour?
We are. We haven't done, I think the last headlining tour we did was back in 2011, maybe 2010. We brought Pierce the Veil over there with us.
Right.
And, it had been so long since we've been back to Australia. So when we did Soundwave, we were like, awesome, we're back. And then obviously, everybody has heard about the Soundwave thing being done now. So, we finally got a chance to come back and then found out that Soundwave was canceled. We're like, oh my God, it took us so long to get back there just last time, and now this festival's canceled. Like, we love Australia. When are we going to be able to come back? To be able to come back this soon? I mean, it's soon for us, because Australia was always, like I said, the last headline tour we did was in 2011. It took us almost 5 years to get back there. So, we just did Soundwave last year. Now we're coming back again. To us, that's super soon, and we're very, very excited about it.
Yeah.
The one thing we're not excited about, and any listeners and readers can know that the band is just as bummed as they are, is that every single one of the shows is 18 and up. So I know we have a lot of fans that are not 18 yet. It's definitely not our decision. I guess laws and stuff out in Australia are weird right now. So we're definitely excited to come back, and the fans that aren't 18 yet can be excited to know that because of that fact, we're hoping that this tour can go really well so that we can come back even sooner and do an all-ages run.
Oh, that'd be great. According to my list, the one in Adelaide is a licensed all-ages venue, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they can all go to Adelaide.
Yes, that's news to me. I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Is there something in Australia that you really look forward to when you come out here? Have you got a favourite restaurant or something you like to do?
Ooh, oh my God. Can't believe you asked that. There's this place, I can't remember the name of it. Moo Burger maybe, but it's on Bondi Beach.
Right.
Yeah, Bondi Beach has this burger place, and both times we've done Soundwave and once on the headline run, we always go to Bondi Beach and we always go to that same burger place. It is delicious. The view is amazing. It's beautiful. The weather is always great. And you know what? Everybody knows I hate flying.
Right.
I also look forward to flying to Australia because Qantas Airlines is great.
Oh, that's good. It is a long flight, though.
It is a long flight, but they accommodate you.
Good. You do have the odd day off while you're touring here, but are you going to be having any time before or after?
I'm actually not sure if I'm allowed to say anything. But since nobody told me that I shouldn't say anything, then I'm going to say it anyway, because why not? Screw it. But we are doing New Zealand before we get there to Australia.
Right.
And then we're looking into a few other places, but I was told today it looks like we're going to Bangkok right after the tour ends.
Right.
So that's, touring for a decade and going to a place I've never been before, I never thought was going to happen. I thought I was just going to be touring the same places forever, but definitely never thought I was going to go to the place where my friends used to punch me in the nuts for when I was in elementary school.
What's that?
Bangkok.
Oh,
you never heard that joke?
Sorry, I get it now. As soon as you said that, I get it. Sorry.
Yeah, oh man, when I was in third grade, that was the funniest thing people would do. All my friends would walk up to me and they'd go, "What's the capital of Thailand?" And then they'd reach their hands down and punch you really hard in the crotch and yell Bangkok. Never thought I'd be going there. Guess I am. Very nervous about the punching, though. I hope they don't punch your crotch when you get there.
I'm pretty sure they won't be doing that to you. Well, so then what's the plan? Because you're also doing Mexico in September. Are you planning to tour the album a little bit longer, or are you getting ready to think about another album?
We just booked a tour in the U.S., so the plan right now is we're doing Australia, Mexico, looking into South America, another tour in the U.S., and then obviously it's the Christmas holiday. There's been talks about going up through Canada because the band has never done a full-fledged Canadian tour, and people have been asking us to go there a lot. Mm-hmm. So I think what our goal is and what the plan is to really try to get the band out there to places we've never been that people have been asking us to come for a very long time, playing them this new album, playing them all the classic stuff, just being there and showing up finally, and then coming back and starting to work on the new record. Yeah.
And I'll tell people that you are starting in Australia on the 3rd of October in Brisbane, and you're going right through to Perth on the 9th of October, and you have Melbourne's Dream on Dreamer doing the tour with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't. You seem to know more than I do, which is awesome. I need to start getting some more information about this stuff.
We'll have to get you a copy of the press release.
Yeah, yes, that That would be awesome. You know what? Dream on Dreamer, I'm excited. There's also a band from Alaska that's on the Mexican tour. I'm excited. And the reason I'm excited about that stuff is they're from the countries. You know, they're from where we're coming to. And I think that that's great.
Yeah.
It goes back to, you know, when I was in the local scene and people were very excited to see all like the good local bands all playing a show together. I think it's cool that we're coming over there and that we can bring some locals with us, you know?
Yeah, I was actually researching you before this, and every band you start seems to be successful. You seem to have this like golden touch.
Wow, you know, it's great to hear you say that and not just some random kid on Twitter. I'm happy people are finally realizing that. You know, there's a lot to me than just being the new singer of Escape the Fate. I have started a lot of bands that are successful, and I do seem to have a touch of gold. And you know what? I do. Yeah. I do. I'm sure there'll be more bands coming out, more songs coming out. I just love creating music. And something exciting that's happening actually tomorrow is I'm getting in touch with a really old friend that also used to be in Escape the Fate. And we're just teaming up. He's got a studio in his house, and we're just going to start writing songs for bands.
Right. Oh,
so it's amazing. And I really do. It's been a lot of turmoil for me because, you know, when you're trying to make it as an artist, and you're trying to go in these different bands, and you're in it, you're not in it, now you're in this band. Oh, I hate that you're in this band. You were better in this other band. Oh, I like the old singer better than you. You go through all that stuff, you can kind of lose sight of what you got into it for. And that's just because I love music and I love writing music, and the fact that, you know, my fans can notice, and even you can notice by just doing a little bit of research, that the bands I've been in have had some success. And that tells me that, you know, I have a really good opportunity at being somebody that can write songs for bands and be excited for them. You know, I can help a band that's all 15, 16 when I was, that was all excited to tour. I can help them have the success and accomplish the achievements that I have. And I think that there's no greater joy than being able to do something like that.
Yeah, that's great. And you live and breathe music, from what I even like speaking to you both times that I've gathered, and it shines through. And yeah, it's not just your talent, it's your charisma too that you attract success to you.
There is, and there's different levels of success, and I think people can lose sight of that, especially even me. I've lost sight of that sometimes, and that's why I've always tried to be a humble person and keep the same friends that I've had for years, because you start getting a little bit of success, and it seems like there's no ceiling to success. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get a little bit, and there's always more. There's always more. There's always more. And if there's always more, you always feel that you're never getting anywhere. So you start feeling that you're not successful. And then you can have those people that are like, dude, you know how many people would kill to do what you've done, or kill to be where you're at? And you're like, holy shit, you're right. So, you know, even though I'm not Justin Timberlake in $1 million home, I've done some pretty cool stuff. So if I could have the chance to help somebody else do that, then that's great.
Wow, it's amazing talking to you. It really is. And I really look forward to seeing you when you do get to Australia in October. I'm looking at the time, and I know I'm going to have to wrap it up because you've got another interview coming up. And I wish I could talk to you for an hour. But
well, you know what? Come talk to me at the show. Let's set something up.
Oh, definitely. If we can do that, I would be so happy, because it's really fascinating talking to you, and you seem to have a really good outlook, and it's exciting to watch what you're going to do with the coming years. But I'll tell people the tickets are available from Destroy All Lines, and they can find you at escapethefate.com or facebook.com/escapethefate. And thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in Australia soon.
Thank you. You too, and I hope to see you there.
Actually, if there's something you want to say to the fans to get them out to the show?
You know what? I don't know if I need to say anything to get them there, but, you know, they definitely will be missing out if they don't.
Yeah, definitely. No,
I'd say the feeling of not coming to our show is probably the same feeling you get when you wake up and you realize Santa Claus didn't come the night before.
Awesome.
So I guess if you want to feel that bummed out, then don't come to the show.
Yeah, it has been awesome talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you at the Prince Band Room in St Kilda in October.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.